And, and we are like, fuck you, Jeff. You had to put something like right there in the beginning like that, huh? We're live here on Random Rolls or whatever the hell we're calling this these days. I have no idea.
Random Rolls Chat.
Random Rolls Chat, or as Jeff says, RRC.
It's a Random Rolls Chat.
It's like a cola, something like that. RRC, you know.
Like almost like Random Rolls Chart. But it's chat.
I see Mr. Volts is here. Hey, Mr. Volts and
Hey,
Robo
Rob.
Rob.
Hey, Volts.
They are here already, ready to chat away with us tonight. We have an action-packed show. Not really an action-packed.
Action-paction.
What the hell was that?
What? Meanwhile, at the action-paction.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the halls of justice, and Ted Knight and doing the interludes. That was the best. Oh man, I miss Ted Knight. Too bad he died. I guess everybody has to.
We should have Ted Knight. I mean, not actual Ted Knight, but have a Ted Knight sort of segment in our games. The group has nothing to do. Meanwhile, while the group just stands there, evil is a mist.
Batman has decided he sucks compared to Superman, and he's in the corner crying.
My parrot.
We're still sick of hearing with your parents, Bruce.
Go to therapy, Bruce. You can afford it.
Update on that game. So that game is happening this weekend again. This Saturday, and we could have a new player.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It could be Rob.
Is it Ted Knight? Meanwhile, at Vince's game.
Yeah. Yeah, I spoke to Corey. Sarah's not playing, so.
All right, fair point.
So Rob is entitled to step up if he'd like to join us in the game.
Does he already have the character, or
no? We'd have to actually make him a character. He probably could. You guys could use a magic user, very much so. But it's up to him. And we are on Twitch, X, and Rumble all at the same time. So
good deal. So 3 platforms. And only 2 people so far. 4 platforms and only 2 people so far. So we're doing pretty good.
I got a watch number of 6 right now.
Okay. Well, hello, other people.
It could be people on X, or it could be people on.
It's bots. It's those
bots. It's just bots. Yeah.
You want to see my boobies? Check out my link.
It's just bots and, the people that I pay for all the time. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that some other people admit that you do?
Yeah. Because they're jealous. Anyway. I'll be MU. Okay, cool. We'll have to get together, Rob, on Thursday or Friday to make up your character.
Rob?
No. Rob's being a magic user. It's decided. The fate is in the stars.
You know what? He makes another thief. Like, damn it, now we got 2 thieves again.
You already have 2. You and Rick are basically the same character class, kind of, Kind of.
No, I'm good.
Jeff, do you want booby pics? What? Why is he offering
the Jeff?
Why is he offering you booby pics?
Why does everyone offer me booby pics? I don't know. I'm just that kind of guy.
I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
The Jeff is a boob guy. I'm sorry.
I thought the Jeff was a leg man.
Jeff's a lot of things.
Does that mean Jeff is a penis man too?
No, that's the one thing. That's the one thing, yeah.
Yeah. Just waiting for some people to filter in a little bit as we're starting our show here tonight before we get into things. So I have to get with Rob so we can get a Rob character going.
Didn't you say you have some news? Something about a podcast?
Rob's an ass man, a proctologist by night. Oh, boy.
Is that his character's name? Ass Man.
No, we're gonna have a nice character name. We're not gonna have things like you pick, Jeff, Peter Trap, and things like that. Lord Lee.
Peter his name was Liam.
But it just happened to be Lord Lee.
Everyone just called him like Lee.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I did make that podcast top 30 of the 100 best tabletop gaming podcasts.
Where at? Show me.
All right.
Hercules.
I share. There.
Oh.
I share. It's the Million Podcast, best tabletop gaming podcast. I have no idea who they are or where they came from. I just know they tweeted it out today and said I was on the list. I looked at the list. I'm number 29.
And this is from the Evil Dungeon Master universe, huh? So
that's my
you gave yourself top 30.
No. Here's
like
the actual site.
You ever see those car commercials where they like best and picked by this car is best and picked by this certain company? Oh, the one you hired to give you that?
Yeah, right. Well, this is the site. They have a bunch of tabletop gaming podcasts on here. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. And they pinged this. I have no idea who they are or if this award that they've given me is anything. I have no idea who these people are. But you know what? I'll take it. The internet says I'm a good podcast. I will take it because the internet is always right.
There you go. The internet has never lied ever.
That's correct. And I just know that this award itself, while it may not be like, the most prestigious award, I accept it. And I know it'll burn someone's pee-pee. So that's all that matters to me.
Let's go ahead and start turning on the walk away music. Dun, 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 dun.
But I have one more thing to say.
It slowly gets louder.
The microphone going down like this. I'm leaning into the microphone and still talking. Like, get off the stage, asshole. But yeah, there's some interesting podcasts on here, whether it's wargaming or minis or things like that. It's interesting. These people I don't know how they came to the conclusion of these people. Because some of them I'm like, okay, they have like 2 episodes out and they're in the listing. So I'm like, what? They're basing all these ratings and everything off of Apple Podcasts. So
okay, I was like, where's mine at? One I haven't done in like 4 years.
Yeah, the one that you owe me an episode for because you haven't done it in like a month. The Go On Man podcast starring Go On Man the Jeff.
Put in a link.
Put in the link. What, you want a link to this, Rob? Is that what you're saying? I could do that.
Board Game Barrage.
There.
It's a podcast about a board game, just the Board Game Barrage, and that's it. If you don't like it, get out.
So it looks like they're a professional marketing team or something like that. To I don't know, something like that. But you know what? It's an award. Whoa, little Jeff. Wait, the Brady Bunch. Where's Jeff? There's Jeff. The Brady Bunch.
Just like
Jeff is like, Alice down there in the bottom nobody cares about.
I thought she was like the hero of the show.
Alice was the hero of the show?
Yeah, Alice was the hero of the show. She was the one at the very end, put everything to peace every time. They're like, I don't know what to do, Alice. And she just gives some nonchalant answer like, well, when I was young, I used to walk dogs. And they're like, oh, that makes sense, Alice.
Are you confusing her with Mrs. Garrett?
Girls.
Girls.
Greg's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
What you talking about, Mrs. G?
Just start throwing them together.
Facts of Life. Freaking awful show that was. I hated that show.
Did you ever watch Pee-wee's Playhouse again? Like I told you to?
No, it was not on my radar to go watch Pee-wee's
The thing is,
Playhouse.
unlike The Crow, which I know you'll eventually bring up, it's free on YouTube if you look it up.
There's a lot of stuff that's free on YouTube if you look it up.
That's true. Like, I keep getting these notifications for Saturday morning cartoons. I look at them, it's like, ooh, I used to watch that.
I don't really find too many cartoons that I watched in the 80s too bad. Like, I would watch G.I. Joe. I mean, He-Man every once in a while has like this whole gay vibe going with it. So I'm kind of like,
Wait, He-Man is gay vibe.
He-Man's gay vibe? You never noticed He-Man's gay vibe?
No, I never noticed. He's the manly man.
I mean, yeah, he's the man. So, you know.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about, some sort of gay vibe with He-Man. I mean, he's totally heterosexual.
Always
hey, He-Man, what are you doing today? You know, working out, you know, hanging out with my friend Skeletor, holding hands.
Wait,
what? I said I'll be working out.
I can't play it here and I can't say it, but I like the spoof of it when it's He-Man and the HOs of the universe. Someone made...
You know,
I raised my big gay sword. It's
working out, fighting Skeletor, just chilling with my friend Fistos, whatever.
How could you name a character Fisto?
You know, we just like to hang out, me and Fisto.
Yeah. He just shoves one hand up my ass. Wait, what? Nothing.
I said I'm fighting Skeletor. What are you, an asshole?
Want to see my asshole? What?
Well, Fisto is. I mean,
you have to wait in line.
you see Castle Grayskull, there's like a line of dudes hanging out outside.
He-Man, why is there like 50 guys waiting outside?
There's not 50 guys, it's 49 and that sorceress chick.
She's our token girl. He-on-Man action figures. That's what it would be. You don't want a guy named Fisto watching your back. No.
Don't worry, He-Man. I have your back.
Thank you, Fisto. Oh, whoa.
Sorry, that was one of my powers, the pucker.
That was one of his powers. Fisto. The Ram Man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Ram Man. That was the guy with like the horns on his head, right?
No, he had no horns on his head. It was just flat because he used to ram into everything.
That's right. He would jump up like 1,000 miles in the air and just end up headbutting someone.
Yeah, boing, and he would just headbutt somebody. Yeah.
See, there's Fisto, and there's Ram Man. We're just like a bunch of dudes just hanging out, whatever. Hey, we're going to go to Dick Grayson's slumber party.
Oh, my God. A fucking slumber party. No. That was still funny. In the middle of fighting. Hey, guys, just want to know if you want to come to my slumber party tomorrow. Like, we're in the middle of a battle. I know. I just wanted to get your invitation out to you right away.
Hey, Killraven.
Hey, Killraven. I haven't seen you in a little while, buddy. Welcome back.
Well, yeah, he has to fist as hard as he can. He has to fight Skeletor.
And Skeletor's all bone, so.
Why is Beastman in that line?
Whoa, you see. Uh-huh.
You nincompoop.
Yeah. Skeletor. Oh, man. Skeletor was the best.
Yeah, so going back to this award.
Oh, yeah. The figurine has springs and a snap switch. I only know because my neighbor's little brother. Yeah, it did. You would push him down, and then you'd hit the button. He would just be like, bling, and you would fly in the air in front of you.
Go on.
He would. He would fly in the air in front of you. We didn't go too far, but it did. And then they had what? Skeletor had a cat that you never ever saw in the cartoon.
Mumra is way better because Mumra is actually evil.
Yeah, but Mumra really never did too much. He just kind of like, I don't know, taunted them and hid in the corner. Thundercats.
I'll get the water bottle.
No.
Off the mutants. No, you always send those mutants. The mutants always fucked up. But
yeah,
like,
he never really did
Mumra
anything
himself
cool.
was like real evil.
Yeah, but he never did anything.
Because he was a pacifist. I want to be evil, but I don't want to do it myself.
Yes, be excellent to one another, except when I tell you not to be.
Actually, wasn't Skeletor based off of James Earl Jones' character on Conan? False of Doom.
Was he? I didn't know that. Where'd you get that?
From YouTube videos I was watching. Well, I like the character of James Earl Jones in Conan, False of Doom. And come to find out in the books, he wasn't really an antagonist as much as he was just mentioned one time in a King Kroll book.
He was mentioned one time, and then he became the entire plot of the first movie.
The first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Conan, welcome to Fridays.
My name's False of Doom. That's DOOM. Yes, that's right.
This is my coworker I'm training him today. His name's Morgoth. He'll be following me around.
Eyeliner, he gets all over the place.
Morgoth. Ugh, God. False of Doom was okay.
I like he because the way he's set up in the book is way different than what James Earl Jones did.
Yeah,
but I like James Earl Jones's interpretation of him a lot better.
I mean, he had what to go on. There wasn't much to go on, so based on what he read about him, he was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do great on this.
According to the books, False of Doom is supposed to be a skull-faced Lynch, essentially.
You say Lich or
Lich?
Okay. I was gonna say Lynch. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he's a like a Lynch, like right there on a box.
Oh, okay, cool. See, Rob sent me the Mumra super transformation. Yeah, I see it. Oh, you expected me to put it on the video, Rob? Okay.
Oh, well, remember, we got to be part of the video.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm not going to chance that.
Okay.
Every time I put a video up and I do something, they're like, "No, take everything away from you, you big penis." Didn't Mumra shut up? Didn't Mumra destroy Thundera by trying to claim the sword of Plundar from its core? Yeah, I guess that is something. That's what he's saying. I don't know the full story and backstory and, motivation of Mumra, unfortunately. I did watch Thundercats, but I didn't watch it that heavily.
Yeah, I say Thundera is where their original planet was, right? And then it went to New Earth.
Was it? Okay, I don't remember. It's been such a long time. The only thing I remember vaguely.
Remember Wily Cat and Wily Kit?
Oh, God, yeah.
Panthera, what are you doing? Leave me alone. This is Panthera's time. Leave Panthera alone.
Why are you licking your balls? That's what cats do. Leave me alone.
Where's Fisto at? Third Earth, thank you.
Right here.
This is Panthera's time. You will leave Panthera alone.
Panther, why are you talking like The Rock?
Can you smell what Panthera's cooking?
And what's Kitara? Oh, is it Kitara doing? What was it? Chitara. That's it. Chitara.
Chitara.
Yeah.
And there was the Jaguar guy. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Dipshit. Whatever his name was.
He was actually the original leader, too.
Was
he?
he?
Yeah, then Lionel grew up, and then he became the leader.
Yeah, he went, sucker, I'm better. I got the sword.
I'm only 5. I'm leader now.
My wizard player in our campaign has the Lionel and the original plastic thing. Wow. From Toys R Us? Jeez.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
That's
nice.
good.
Meanwhile, back at the reward, at the award ceremony.
I just like to thank. You're done, sir.
You're like on the floor. Hey, another mic's down there.
The mic's on there somewhere. But I appreciate the $1 million podcast, or whatever the hell they are, giving me the award of number 29 of the best tabletop podcasts. Thank you. So, I mean, it took a lot of work. I'll say that, because I took that podcast that I had that was dead with no listeners from April 2024 to now, and it's got an average of at least 100 downloads per episode now. So,
yep.
And it's a solo podcast, so that's not really that easy to do. Especially not a lot of people like solo podcasts. So,
I mean, you have the establishment if it used to be a thing, and then, but it still started out as like dead.
It was dead because when I put up the first couple episodes, there were no listens whatsoever. And then as people figured out that I was doing it again, then people started to slowly crawl back.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, we'll give it a shot,
Oh, shoot. This podcast is coming back. What the hell?
Yeah. Might be doing another podcast soon, but I don't want to say what it is yet because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it depending on work. So, what?
It's the Dick Grayson and Visto podcast.
Starring Dick Grayson. Hey, guys.
Hey, we're going to make some popcorn.
And Fisto just goes, fist.
Boop.
God. No, let's not start that again.
Our guest star, Captain Pike.
Awful fucking writing. You keep bringing that up every week.
Could you imagine, like, a freaking conversation between Fisto and Captain Pike? Fisto.
Boop. Fisto. Boop. And then
new thing now.
And then add a third person in there. Snarf. Oh my God, that'd be the worst conversation in the world. Snarf. Fisto. Boop.
And number 30th podcast is the Star Fisto Captain Pike podcast.
It's just an hour and a half of Snarf. Fist. Boop. That would get annoying after 30 seconds, probably.
Oh. You see the comments? I love the conversation they had about politics.
They had a riveting conversation about the presidential election of 2024. Really? How did you understand what they were saying? How could you not? Fisto had a great argument of why the system is not working. Snarf came back. What? No, you have to add Scrappy Doo for it to be the worst. Yeah, that probably would make it bad. Scrappy Doo. How can we make Scooby Doo suck? Here, I got it. Scrappy. Here, bring him in.
Let me at him. I'm just waiting for one day. It's like, go ahead. Well, yeah, aren't you guys supposed to hold him back? Nope. You go right ahead.
Jeffrey Hunter, the original Captain Pike, passed away shortly after the pilot episode. That's why the guy in the wheelchair was different.
Oh.
I didn't know he passed away after the pilot episode.
Yeah, his chair didn't give out on him. He didn't have life support anymore.
I always thought that he, the reason why he didn't go past the pilot episode is because he got hurt, and then they picked Shatner for the role.
I thought he. Could you imagine that Star Trek where they choose Captain Pike over Captain Kirk? Shall we engage?
I mean, the guy in the wheelchair really wasn't much different. He was just burned to a crisp, but you really couldn't tell it was the same guy or not. So,
He got hurt, then died.
yeah, okay, I didn't know about that. I knew he got hurt, and yeah, Kirk was much better, and he got taken off the show. Then they picked William Shatner for the role at the time because he was a pretty well-regarded actor as far as theater and Twilight Zone and things like that.
That's true. It's one of those things where it's a sad ending about somebody who could have ended up famous, and you'll always remember his last words.
I had a feeling that was going to be his last words.
It's like what's his name? That physicist who spoke through Microsoft.
Oh, Bill Gates. Uh-huh.
No, the physicist, astrophysicist. I can't remember the top of my head right now. Oh, I'm pretty sure someone will point it out. But it'd be kind of weird if Captain Pike, had the reverse. He died, then he got hurt. I want the series where Captain Pike, where he's in the wheelchair, as the captain of the Enterprise.
So what would the intro just be? Boop, boop.
No, not Neil deGrasse Tyson. No, Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't speak through Microsoft.
Hey, Mike. Welcome, Mike. Now, who are you referencing, Jeff? Look it up because I have no idea.
Make me do work.
So it's your job. You're bringing it up. You're gonna do the research on this topic.
Chair a scientist. Stephen Hawking.
Oh, Rick's here. Time to end the show. All right, folks. Have a great night. And no, I'm kidding.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. Let me put the chat up here so we can see it better. There.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Stephen Hawking's, yeah. Hey, it's the J. He's made it. Commies?
No, it's not. It's not commies. It's commis. Is that like hummus?
Oh yeah, the beep, the boop and beep joke has been run into the ground and
several times
and destroyed and things like that by now. But every once in a while it's still funny.
Yeah, we gotta throw it out in there every once in a while when it's comical. Well, I'm glad you made it through another day of physical therapy. We were just talking about Vince's award he got for 29th place.
My students have been communist world building. Interesting. Well, I know Jay's he's a professor, so
I don't know how communism would work globally.
It wouldn't work globally.
Human nature is a antagonist to communism. They just communism and humanity just don't work together too well. Somebody who's always going to want power.
Well, it's the job of the communists to make sure nobody gets power except for the person in charge.
And look how good of a job they're doing.
Very much so. Welcome to the Political Podcast, where we talk about commentary on congratulations, Vince, on paying off the right people. Oh, Jay.
How'd you know?
Yeah, you and the other people that think that too, sir. I've never heard of the people who did the awards, so I don't know.
Somebody had to.
Don't know. All I know is that the internet said so, so I am. And it'll burn people's peepees, so. You want to?
You just like that, don't you?
That's the only reason I like it. All those happy endings. Oh, Jay.
Well, with each podcast comes with a happy ending. That's how we like to leave it.
You want to get into the memes, Jeff?
Yeah, we can get the memes. So we're gonna go into some memes. If you guys have any suggestions for any memes, please put it in there. Please put it in the comments.
I was going to say put it in there, Jeff. Wow.
Just like Fisto.
He-Man.
Guess what I got, He-Man? It's a big surprise. Is it another fisting?
How'd you know? All right, so this was a Jeff suggestion. Yeah, I bought subs. Yeah, I got an award. Sounds like somebody I know.
Fisto 5000. Yep, that used to be a thing.
Can I make this better? Let's see here. There we go. Now we can see it better.
Wait, don't we have to be like a third of the? Otherwise, you get.
I'm not sharing videos.
Well, click on the picture itself.
There's no. Okay.
There you go.
You want to see the giant picture? Okay, there you go, Jeff.
The giant picture. Now that looks like. Oh, is that Final Fantasy Tactics?
I think it's Final Fantasy. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics to me. I don't know. My Oath of the Crown, Oathbreaker, when she. Well, my Oath of the Crown, Oathbreaker, when she meets a new NPC for the first time every time. Poverty is not natural. Poverty is man-made. It is a political weapon. Okay.
That sounds like it's 5th edition.
It sounds like shit edition to me. So, yeah.
I only played the first part of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah?
I think I also started playing Ogre Battle Tactics too, which is not too bad.
Ogre Battle? I never heard of that one.
Ogre Battle Tactics.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
It's for the Game Boy Advance, I believe. Or, yeah.
All right. I believe whatever you say. Why is everything based... What?
Go back up. So, we're talking about, what, a Paladin here? Oathbreaker?
Yeah, an Oathbreaker would be a Paladin in 5th edition, yeah.
So, what kind of Paladin is that? Don't say Oathbreaker, that's obvious.
I mean, I don't remember exactly, but I believe it was the one Paladin that doesn't actually have kind of an oath like Paladins would have.
The one that broke. Is it like the emo Paladin? Like, I don't have an oath. I broke mine.
Yeah.
Is that the Paladin that shops at Hot Topic?
Pretty much. He goes to Hot Topic on the weekends and, wears black lipstick and stuff like that.
I used to have an oath, then I broke it, now I worship Morgoth.
Ogre Battle Tactics is hard to find. Not cheap either.
Nope.
You still have it?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, there's that. Anyway.
All right. Just a reminder, in case SRD 5.2, what's SRD?
System rules documents. Like that'd be like the if you take D&D and file every IP off of it and take every picture out of it and just take the rules, that's an SRD.
Okay. That way they can't copyright you.
Yeah. It's the document you can use to build whatever game you want.
The elites don't want you to know this, but games cannot be copyrighted. If you can reconstruct the entirety of D&D using different labels and names and call it furries and femboys, there's nothing Hasbro can do about it.
These memes are horrible.
What is it? Chaotic gay? That's what it says. There's above the picture.
Yeah, his tag here is chaotic gay apparently, and his meme is chaotic gay too.
I guess it's a joke about anti-establishment in the D&D.
Stupid ripoff dumbassery.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that's what he's saying SRD means. 3.5 era brought about the end of the industry's greatness. Does that include the 3E, or you don't include 3E with that, or just 3.5?
This is 3.5.
Okay. I think 3E was the D&D, the boom of D20 games, and they pretty much made a book about everything.
I mean, in my opinion, I mean they went really hard with the sandbox. Oh, okay, he includes 3E. They really went in on with the sandbox. So the basic edition, I think, kind of kept it to where it's like more of a fantasy. You have to be an adventurer. You have to go on adventures and crawl through dungeons and such. And advanced advanced Dungeons and Dragons kind of advance that idea a little bit more uh, and let the players include more ideas into the characters. And then 3E is like, well, you don't have to be an adventurer. I mean, there's other skill things you can do.
Yeah, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons was supposed to be tournament rules originally, when they did tournaments and stuff like that.
I don't know. I find 3.3 third edition kind of like I said, sandboxy instead of just specifically towards dungeons.
Someone smoked too much before the show. Get him off the drip. I think any D&D is sandboxy if you want to make it that way. It just really depends on how you run the game.
But I'm talking about the idea of like in the early when Dungeons and Dragons was being early developed in the was it early 70s?
Well, it was originally a wargaming miniatures thing, chainmail. So yeah,
Right, right. And as the decade continued on, it advanced in ideas. Now, when we think of it back today, we have all these ideas from different games to put into the basic. But when you go back to the basic game, back in the early 70s, that those ideas of sandboxing really wasn't an idea yet. It's kind of existential.
Yeah, I guess so, because in first edition, when Gary talks about in the back of the book, Dungeon Master's Guide, I mean, when he talks about creating campaigns, he basically gives you the advice of here's your starting town and here's the dungeon. Have the players go to the dungeon.
Right.
And that's how they kind of wanted you to play the game. So,
and then Advanced Dungeons and Dragons kind of
no, that was
advanced the
advanced.
idea of adding more into it.
That was advanced. I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, was that? And then 3E, brought in like different skill sets. So.
Yeah. Then we don't talk about 2E. Nobody likes that. That should have woken up Rob on his treadmill.
What?
Okay. So I didn't know magic missiles drew blood. The most famous one shot in D&D history. No, that was you.
I mean, how exactly do you? Wow.
No, Mike, you're a 1E player. No, I refuse to believe that you're a 2E player now.
How do you imagine magic missiles in your mind? Do you imagine like little glowy sparkles, or do you imagine them as actual like magical arrows or missiles?
I've always imagined them. I've always actually imagined them as little like I've imagined them as little triangles flying over to what their target is,
like UFOs, tiny UFOs. So when they impact, do they explode? Do they fizzle out? Do they what?
They would explode.
So they explode. So if you hit something, it could, break the skin and make it bleed. Correct?
Yes. Okay.
Am I getting too advanced for you?
It's not something I really thought about. So
I know, but you have to think about these things.
2E is a better game than 1E to the degree that they are all even, all that different. Yeah, they're not.
I mean, it depends on what you want to make of the game. Like if you just want to like if you want to go back to the basics, like Vince was talking about, where this is your town, you go to this dungeon and you fight these monsters. This monster's here, that monster's there, that treasure's there, the secret door is here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go that way, then if that's the game you want, then that's the way you should play it. If not, play the other one.
Play the other one. This meme sucks too.
Wait, I didn't even read it.
I read it already.
I didn't really get it because it's kind of blurry on your screen.
I think that might be you.
Well, my internet does suck, so yeah. Thanks, WizBot or WZBot.
You're welcome, Jeff. I'm trying to get my 2 misses per turn, so hurry up. Barbarian waiting to swing an axe. Wizard using their turn to carefully select the perfect spell to cast.
Just go with Fireball. Nothing could go wrong with shooting Fireball.
No. Is that a legit dog?
Yeah.
I've never seen a dog that giant.
That is a bully. I believe it is. Let's see.
Huh.
Bully. Let's see. Bulldog? Dog.
That's not a bulldog.
American Bully.
American Bully. Wow. Okay.
Those are too shorts. Too short. But yeah, that's what essentially it is. American Bully.
That's the best dog. I'm going to bully everybody.
I've never seen a better dog than American Bully. What do you think about it, Captain Pike?
Don't you dare.
I don't even have to say it no more.
5E as a classic makes me giggle. 5E or 5.E, classic or fresh? What you thinking about? I have no idea how to answer that.
I'm thinking about a Cobalt and how antisocial I am. Hey, have you heard about this guy named Morgoth?
Yeah, a CS Dogboy looked badass as that too, yeah. I can't believe they consider 5E classic now that it's 11 years old.
Hey, 5E is now OSR.
You know what? Someone said to me that 4E is OSR. I'm like, get lost, dude. I mean, I'm not a staunch OSR person at all by any means. I'm more just an old school gamer, but you're never gonna convince me that 4E is OSR now.
Because he's just an old school gamer, baby.
Yeah, okay. Some people were saying 3E is OSR. I'm like, no, OSR basically is just anything pre-2000, really. I mean, honestly, it was anything pre I guess put on the ignore list. It was anything pre-second edition. It was just TSR Gygax, and that's all it originally was. So,
well, like me and Vincent discussed before with the 4E, 4E is a good introduction to those who have played MMORPGs and want to move into a tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah,
4E makes a good conversion.
4E is, yeah, it's not really a bad game. If it was called something else, it probably would have done a lot better.
Yeah, like what was that? The Starfinder?
Shit Finder,
where the armor and weapons had a level cap to them.
Well, it wasn't so much a level cap; it was more of a suggestion, so that the DM would know which things to give players, because someone playing that edition doesn't know how to dungeon master or what to run a game, so they wouldn't know giving someone a high powered rifle that's should be someone on level 16 to give you a first level character.
Right.
Yeah, made it easy for entry for new gamers. Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jay's 100% correct. Yeah, yes, and Kill Raven's also correct. It's a very good board type game, and there was too many options when
Let's
I
do
played
that.
4E.
No, I was agreeing with what Kill Raven said.
There's too many options with 4E. To the fact that when you were playing it and you got to your turn, you got so many things you can do that it became so confusing to play utility
Even a
things. This
warrior
thing,
had 4 or 5 different things you could do.
yeah, and the healing surges, and it was just like, or the damn weapons just do whatever damage they're supposed to do for what they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's, and then they went to that. What was it? The smaller books.
The pamphlets.
No, after they tried to make 4E better, and they kind of came out with these little essentials. It was called 4E Essentials, and they were like pocket size, like these traveler books I have right here.
Okay.
And they tried to correct everything in 4E to make it better, but they wound up making it even worse. They limited a lot of the things you can do, but they limited it in a way that it just made every character feel exactly the same. You went from having characters that had a dynamic, unique feel to them to these, well, if you want to play a fighter, this is the path you're taking, and who cares if Bobby over there is playing a fighter, he's doing the same shit you are.
Yeah, they turned it to words optimized.
Yeah, optimization. Yep. Yeah, it pretty much did. When 4E came out, a lot of people like myself were like, "Oh, okay, cool, a new edition." Got the books, played the play test and everything like that, and we're like, "What the fuck is this?" I still
Like,
remember that. I got my wife got me the 3-book set, and I was just like, "Oh, all right, cool." And then we were playing it at the time when I was in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, "What the hell is this? This isn't D&D. This is like a MMO or something like that."
we're not saying that 4E is terrible. We're just saying it's caters to a specific type of player.
Well, at that
Specific type of group.
time, the MMO was the people that were coming into games. So
Right. And a lot of people thought it was terrible to begin with, but those people were from like the 3E, 2E era. So they were very disappointed in it. Not realizing it's meant for, like I said, for kids and people coming in from MMORPGs.
we quickly went back to third edition, not even 3.5. We went back to third edition at that point, and a lot of the fans were just like, "Fuck this," and they went back to 3.5.
According
And
to
that's
Rob, I'm blaspheming.
yeah, you are blasphemy. And yeah, went back to 3.5, and that's when Paizo picked up the ball that Wizards dropped and took it and made Pathfinder out of it, and then now they screwed up Pathfinder. So yeah, the Star Wars games were actually pretty good. I don't know, Saga wasn't that great, but I know Saga was a testing ground for making 4E shit. So
I still like the West End games.
after giving 4E try, I go switch to Hack. You didn't switch. Did you switch? You went back to 4E Hackmaster, right? Not the new one that they came out with, the convoluted initiative system that you needed like a pegboard to do.
You needed what?
It was some type of like little pegboard thing. 4E Star. Yeah, that. Not WAG. Yeah, 4E Star Wars. That's you were talking about Saga Edition Star Wars, the one Vader on the cover. Yeah, the new Hackmaster was just god awful. I don't know what they were thinking there. Well, so so, so were the Legends of the Five Rings 4E edition. The books were beautiful. The game wasn't that great. I like save system, Pathfinder, and D20. It's chock full of great ideas. Yeah, they are. They have great ideas. Like the Pathfinder Game Master Guide has a lot of really good. I'm talking about 1E. Has a lot of really good advice and tables to roll on for a game master to make a campaign. And I think it would apply to any game. You don't really need to play Pathfinder. You just take the book and look through it and be like, oh, wow, I can make an adventure out of all this shit and use it for the dreaded second edition that I have fans in the chat with that are like busting their chops about. All right. Is my homebrew god too powerful?
Okay.
His stats are hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Damage immunities indeed. Conditioned immunity perhaps. Has the voice of Morgan Freeman.
Is how many upvotes?
Is your homebrew god too powerful?
Yes. 203 votes. Ugh.
You can still get hit technically with a D20.
True.
It doesn't matter how many armor class you have.
True. I played Star Wars D20 for a while. We tried Saga, switched back after a few sessions. Didn't feel like no. Saga had a weirdness to it. I can't explain it. Yeah, Legend of the Five Rings. I have a lot of the 4th edition books, and they made those special editions. I got the Scorpion Clan one. They were beautiful books to look at. I just didn't like the edition to play. I also like the Pathfinder Paizo Paladin spells. I have to look at those. I haven't looked at those in a long time. Okay. So Pathfinder needed 6 bestiary books to make monsters. 2 bestiary? Books wasn't enough.
Bestiary?
No, it's bestiary. That's how it's actually pronounced.
Well, there's an A in there though.
Yeah, I know. It's bestiary. If you look it up and how it's pronounced, it's bestiary, which is the most ridiculous thing in the world. But oh, so you hate DCC then? All right. I'll show you how it works. Roll for initiative. The DM. The big bad guy is a Warforged Paladin of Peace. Weren't we just talking about this?
No, we were talking about Oathbreaker.
Oh, was a Warforged Paladin of Peace. How would that work? I know you're good people. I know you mean well, but you just didn't think it through. There is only one path to peace. Your existence.
Your extinction.
Oh, extinction. I can't read today.
Your existence.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You know what?
That got 8.5.
Your existence creates peace.
Yeah, I didn't get.
They're going too much into that.
It's spelled bestiary too. Rick is right. Everyone always assumed it was bestiary, but it's not. It's bestiary. I have no idea why, but best yield. Yeah, gotcha.
We got a new Colbot out. Should we put it in the good stiary? No, we'll put it in the bestiary. What about the better stiary?
Boo. DCC was fun to look at book wise, but there's rules and the way and Gobi Game sucks. So what do you think of this meme, Jeff? Good, bad?
I think it's too complicated. You need to kind of clean it up a little bit. You're. I mean, I get what they're trying to say, but it's too convoluted.
All right. Oh, here's another one for you. You can take that one.
Smite didn't even deserve the nerf. Smite the heretics. Paladin. Smite. Crit. Target is undead. Rolls above average. Full casters, rangers, and paladins. I mean,
I guess it's a commentary on how much damage they do and they can actually do damage.
Well, so it's a commentary on paladins being a very specific mindset versus like like it says, full casters and rangers who can do a lot more damage. Rangers can do more damage overall, so can full casters, but in a specific mindset where paladins go who gets undead, it means they can do more damage. And it's saying that congratulations, you did a lot of damage, but you got more that could do better.
I was just saying mostly Kill Raven. That did they really need 6 of them? That's all in Pathfinder 1E. I don't think they're bad. I think they're. I just some of them are really good, but then other ones are just like really this monster. That's all.
I mean, you could always suggest something, Rob. We could always look at your suggestions too. And why do these suck? Because they're 5e memes. That's why.
By the way, the best D&D memes were in first edition and the 1980s Dragon magazines. Yep. Hey, it's Flint. Flint is back. Mr. Flint. Howdy ho. Howdy ho. I just Google searched D&D human and I found some good ones there.
I'm in chat, bro.
I don't think he can. I just went to D&D memes after talking to Jeff, and we decided we should look through this train wreck of a subreddit. So, wow,
someone's upset.
That was maybe your doggy likes the D&D memes.
No, she wants to go to the front door and see outside of it.
Ah, gotcha. 6 bestiaries plus a giant tome of horror books was one of the more. Yeah, I don't know. Pathfinder I like and I don't like. I have one of those relations of hate and love with them that I like the idea of it. I like looking at it. I like making characters. Just when it comes to playing it, I just want to bang my head against the wall. So
it's a good. It brings up good concepts in there.
Sure, we'll go with that. I'd rather honestly, and I'm so glad we're play basic fantasy. If I couldn't get you guys to play first edition again, basic fantasy is probably a close second to what I want to play. So you stay. A mimic pretending to be a beer mug. The barbarian intimidating until he stays a mug until he finishes his drink. These memes suck. Our core default rules are still 1x.
So the premise
1.5.
of this meme is specifically towards the pitcher, and the idea of him staring at her is the same as the barbarian intimidating into staying into a mug.
Rob, that meme is not any better than what we've seen here. Thank you.
Throw it up. I want to see it.
Oh my God, Rob!
Let's see this. Let's see this awesome Rob Firefox. It's like the 5th edition of D&D.
Nope, that's not it.
Nope. He threw it in Discord, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the copy message link. I think that's what it is. Nope. I was able to do it before. I don't know how. Copy link? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Let's see.
Possible.
Nope. I guess it won't let me copy because it's in Discord.
I say throw it in chat, in YouTube chat. You'll probably look it up there.
It's fine. It's not that great of an image. It's just a picture of a wizard. Why did nobody trust the low dex wizard? Because he can cantrip at any moment. It's not even any better than what we're looking at.
He can trip at any moment.
Cantrip at any moment.
Yeah, he can trip at any moment.
The word cantrip, not cantrip.
Yeah, you have to count. Change up the phrasing of it. Yeah,
go on.
They're very high level, and there's only 3 of us, and our combat is deadly. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. With Kill Raven defeats and the archetype nonsense. Yeah. All right, take this one.
Yeah, didn't you just win an award for one of these?
Not for this.
My
Not for these.
question is, how
Yeah.
did we get to the same level as some of those other YouTube channels that play games? Do we need to be more campy with our characters, or do we have to have more role play?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I see all these play groups there on YouTube.
We don't have
I'm
a
like,
play group on YouTube.
I'm talking about they play the role players. They play games.
Yeah, you're talking about the actual plays on YouTube.
Yeah. How did
What
we get
about
that
it?
big?
I mean, we'd have to actually do that.
Well, we do. Our games are on the YouTubes.
Yeah, but we're doing solo co-op.
Well, we do, but I'm talking about our group.
Yeah, our group doesn't want to be on camera on YouTube. That's the thing.
Oh.
And I think, Steven doesn't have a camera most of the time, and I don't think he wants to be on YouTube either. He's probably listening too. And
Hi, Steven.
yeah. And half the time, who else is it? Yeah, Rick doesn't put his camera on because I don't know if his laptop's going to crash. So
That's true.
Yeah, most people don't want to be on YouTube, so they don't mind about the recording in the background. Rob, stop sending me memes.
No, Rob, don't stop sending you memes. Do not stop. Just put them in chat, Rob.
He can't.
Let everybody see.
Pathfinder 1, you got me back into gaming after a long hiatus. You know, it did a lot for a lot of people. It brought people back. I remember when it first came out, it was actually kind of exciting what they were doing with it at the time, and I liked the books, the way it looked. It had that interesting art going on for it that I really liked. That kind of drew your eye.
Which one?
Pathfinder 1E.
Oh, Pathfinder, yeah.
Yeah, they had some interesting art on some of the things.
Yeah, show me some.
What do I have here?
Because when you say fantastic art, I'm thinking like the new edition for Dungeons and Dragon, and how like glitter filled and colorful they are. I'm like, wow, I would hate to live in a world like that. Everybody's happy all the time.
I mean, let me get this off the share screen so
Might
you
as
can
well
see.
be like My Little Pony, the D&D game.
My Little Pony, my little pony.
dungeon.
Yeah, so like I kind of like the way they did their layout for these little books. It made it. I like the style of the art. It's not like, and the back of the books all look like this, so it's not like 5e art where everybody's a big fairy and things like that.
Well, you don't like My Little Dungeon?
No, I don't like My Little Dungeon. Night result. Hey, Mr. Voltscar, take care, man. Good seeing you again. It was nice seeing you on the channel, making comments as well. So, peace out. Yeah, okay, let's get back to our shitty memes.
Rick, you could always put on your camera and kick back all you want. That might get us more views too. You have to comb your hair to shave it off, like I do, or wear a hat like Vince does. Let's talk about your hat for like a good 30 minutes, Vince.
Yeah. I tell you, I got this new hat, and it's the old hat was really bad, so I had to go on eBay and find this specific hat to replace the old hat.
My favorite hat's the automatic teller machine hat.
What?
Well, it's Texas A&M. I know, but the way to put it is TATM.
Oh, Wayne Reynolds is one of the artists. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I like what he did with a lot of the Pathfinder art. Then Rob's all proud of himself. I don't know, Rob. You keep sending me memes. You maybe be out. So
Rob's character is going to be called Ass Man.
No, Rob is not going to be called Ass Man. Now, again, we don't. I guess because we can't, 1, use cameras for everybody, and 2, we can't use a virtual tabletop for everybody.
That's
so
true. Well,
I know for one, Rick's laptop will crash if he uses a virtual laptop, a VTT, because we tried that.
We just have to express ourselves in the better moments. We have to communicate within the group more.
Yeah. Once you get past the initial people are going to look at you phase, it really is no big deal when it comes to YouTube. I used to have the issue. I was just like, I don't want people looking at me. It's just like, then, you know what? Who cares?
Don't look at me.
Yeah. Don't look at me when I do a video on YouTube. Makes a lot of sense that you're doing YouTube, sir.
What's the one
But
thing that annoys you on about YouTube?
the algorithm,
Uh huh.
I don't really understand it because sometimes I'll like do something and it'll be like, boom, tons and tons of views. And then I'll do something similar to what I did for that. And it's just like 10 views.
Yeah, that's true. But what kind of videos piss you off the most?
The ones that are clickbait.
Yeah, those are pretty bad. I would agree with that. You know, ones I hate. I hate the ones that only use music. They're trying to explain something to you, but they only do it in text, and there's like shitty music playing in the background.
Yeah, that worked in 2010. Doesn't work anymore. Did you say the algorithm? Put it in a lockbox. Yeah. Yeah,
The
and also
internet's a series of tubes.
that I invented.
That-
Yeah, most people listen to it.
It's like
Yeah,
I'm
you're
watching a
good.
video for you to explain. I don't want to read.
What I see when I do my videos, I'm straightforward with the videos. I may give like a small introduction, but I hate people when I'm like I did a video recently on D&D calendars, right?
Uh-huh.
And I actually went in and explained how I did my calendar, and I even showed my calendar in both the Basic Fantasy game and how I'm going to be doing it for my D&D solo game.
Yeah,
And
that's perfect.
yeah, I was straight and to the point. But I looked and there was like 7, 8, maybe 9 videos all about how to make calendars in your game, and it's just the guy like, all right, so you gotta take your calendar, and he doesn't show anything. He just sits there talking. You all right,
Hi, I'm
buddy?
Dick Grayson, and this is my calendar.
Like all these podcasts are people like, this is how you make a calendar. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me see what they did. And it's just them talking about calendars. It's just like, that doesn't help.
I mean that's shitty too, but at least it's better than them doing that. But instead of them talking, it's just text and like shitty music in the background.
I'm nervous about running my first game next Monday. I'll be running WPFH 13 Public Access Heroes. What is that?
A wise, profane firehouse.
Very good, Jeff. Mike tried to watch a 5e guide today. It took 30 minutes to get to the subject of the YouTube video.
I hate that too.
Thank you, Mike.
That's kind of the cliquey part too that Vince was talking about. Hi, welcome on our channel. We're going to talk about Monsters Day. Well, you see, today I had a really good day. I went out to breakfast. Like, what the fuck?
I took a really good shit in between. I mean, it was so great that even the gas station attendant was like, woo!
Should have stayed away from that from that gas station burrito.
Yeah. Or what also I hate about is people that just do drama videos. Like, all they can do on their channel is just talk about how much they hate Wizards of the Coast,
Right.
or how Wizards of the Coast is pulling the wool over your eyes. Like, I don't give a shit. Sure, I get it. Drama sells, and that's what's going to get you clicks. But you know what? A month from now, 2 months from now, nobody's going to care about that stupid video you made about
Right. And I would agree with
Wizards of
that.
the Coast shitting on a book.
But there are some good channels out there. I mean, I'm personally not invested in them, but there are some channels that people are invested into that talk about the background or the history or behind the scenes of
Okay.
the books, the company, and whatnot. I'm not personally into it. Like, to me, I like hearing people's ideas and
Yeah.
trying to incorporate it into my game and seeing how other players play and how they role play and seeing different character ideas.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see someone's campaign ideas or someone talking about, for instance, and this is the only book I have next to me, so that's why I'm bringing it up more constantly. Like if someone was going to do a video on the Traveler game, they're like, oh, well, let me flip to something here. Let's talk about rank skills and services in Traveler. Well,
Yeah,
in my
they're talking about
campaign,
in-game stuff.
yeah. Well, in my
Right.
game, we use this. This is how we use it in my game, and this is a way you can use. How I like that stuff. So
Instead of like, oh, today on the podcast we have Bob. He used to bring water to Gary Gygax. Yeah, Bob. I brought Gary Gygax water. Thank you for coming on the show, Bob.
One time he wanted it really cold,
So I put ice in it.
so I went down to the gas station and I bought a bag of ice.
And I had a store burrito. Burrito. I took a huge dump. And the gas attendant was like, ooh, that was...
Behind the scenes of Vince playing Blacklist Dodgeball? What? No, Jay. No. Yeah, I mean, I put some ice in the cup, and Gary was like, thanks. It was a really...
Gary has a lift now?
It was a really...
Gary Gaga.
It was a really heartfelt thanks. So, what'd you do with the ice? Oh, I threw it out.
I gave it to the dog.
Well, the freezer was full, so I had to take the stuff out of the freezer and make room for it. But then eventually I decided to just throw it out. Wow, riveting story, Bob. Thanks for all that. Next up, we have the guy that took Gary's dog for a walk. Yeah, Cask has... I don't really watch Tim Cask, but I heard he's pretty good, yeah.
Tim Cask, yeah.
There's a lot of great World of Darkness channels and podcasts. Yeah, I did one of the World of Darkness podcasts. It's probably even still around, I think. Darker Days. I think that's still around.
Yeah, that's one thing that Vince emphasized on. He wanted, when he started this channel, he's like, I really want to help people play this game. And he was going into it and trying to go into depth. And I'm still waiting for the dwarf video to pop for your Dungeons and Dragons videos.
What video?
Yeah, a dwarf one.
I think I did a dwarf.
Elves and humans.
I've talked about dwarves.
No, I don't think you ever did dwarves. You were starting on races, but then you kind of just stopped.
Oh, it is still around, Rob? Yeah, Dark. Who's even the host of that show? I don't even know. It's changed hands so many times since I've been on there.
So it must be his.
No, not Tim Cask. YouTube, your videos are rewatchable. A new subscriber can go back and list the videos. Yeah. I have stuff on here that people can, learn from. And I still get comments on old videos.
Mm-hmm.
For people like, oh, this is the cool Star Wars video. Yeah, they have a list too. Shut up.
Yes, my name is also Gary Gygax.
Is that Dungeon Delver? Is that Bill Sylvia, whatever his name is, Rick? Is that his name? I think Bill Sylvia or Bill Slivy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's pretty cool too. He does AD&D actual plays, I believe, which I like. Sometimes I'll tune into and listen to his. He's a good storyteller for gaming too. I think so. Yeah, he's good. Definitely a good DM storyteller. Some people can't tell good stories, and he does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the things that burn my ass about D&D, especially the drama videos. I just can't stand that. Someone that just sensationalizes everything. What?
Yeah. They're for some people, not for us.
No, it's just I won't tune into that shit because I just find it just disgusting. It's just you want to be TMZ, then you be TMZ.
What it is, it brings anger. It brings like a heightened emotion. And people like to see that heightened emotion in some videos. And I like to see them get angry, and it makes some people feel better. Are you okay now? Come on, pup.
Oh yeah. Joe. I like Joe. Joe did a great job with Adventures Dark and Deep. Continuing along what Gary would have done with second edition. There you go, Rob. Look into that. Adventures Dark and Deep. That's what Gary would have done with second edition.
That's what I would have done after I got them cup of ice.
That cup of ice really helped me write second edition, but then they kicked me out of the company. So
No, I mean I don't mind some drama videos, right? But when it
Eh,
comes to when it comes to personal drama videos, I don't like them.
yeah, there's no reason why anybody should be going to a YouTube platform to bash other people.
Like
I
I will
I
go
don't understand
watch
it.
Neon was it
Oh, Clown TV or Clownfish
yeah,
TV.
Clownfish TV. Yeah, I'll go watch that. That's drama. That's full of drama. That's full of news. That was news drama, but still drama. I'll go watch that from time to time. But when it comes to personal drama, like people well, people should like me better, or I did this thing and I did that thing. I should be, top notch. And this person made fun of me. Now I don't like them. But this person said something bad to me. I don't like it. It's like, get over yourself.
You're not wrong, Flint. Educational learning videos that I do don't get the hits right away.
Well, they
Compare
continuously hit over a while.
Comparatively, you're right. Putting them side by side, and like if Jeff did a sensational video, Dungeon Discourse, don't watch that. Okay, we won't watch that.
Gotcha.
Clownfish, booyah! Like if Jeff did a bunch of videos right now on Wizards of the Coast and Mike Murals about how he suddenly has now changed his tune about D&D, and then I did a video about what's the best D&D book today. My video
Gary.
will, my video would get whatever, a couple dozen hits right away. Jeff's video would be like, what? Jeff gets 2, 3, 4, 500 right away because it's sensational news. People want to know what Jeff is saying about Mike Murals.
Well, I don't know about Mike Murals, but this Bob the Water guy, he really pisses me off.
I
asked for 4 pieces of ice. He gave me 5. What an asshole.
Can't move you through that ice out. Yeah, TMZ, T's Malice Zone, whatever T stands for, not the one.
I think
not
TV,
the because it's lame.
TV stands for TV.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
TV. What's the M and Z then?
Malice Zone.
I don't know. Just I try to do videos that will help people. When I started podcasting with Roll for Initiative, the only goal I had was someone saying, you know what, you guys did a great job. The ideas you said in that podcast, I'm going to use it in my game. Anytime I got an email like that, I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
When people say, on the comments in the videos, they're like, that's a pretty good idea.
You keep doing that voice.
Yeah, I know. That's a pretty
Gary, you're back again.
Sorry. Those are great ideas. I could use in my game. I hope more people see it. That gets me excited when people do those things. And I like that. Man Talk is my favorite. Much more entertaining than most YouTube channels. Who's Man Talk?
That's Dick Grace in the video.
So today's sexy man of the day.
It's Fisto.
Oh God, the Quartering posts so many videos. It's hard to even keep up with that.
Jeremy
dude.
from the Quartering, yeah.
He posts 4 or 5 videos a day, and it's just like, ugh. 4 or 5 videos. Today we're gonna be talking about the ice guy.
I mean, Jeremy from the Quartering is he's no doubt a nice guy, but he focuses on
laser focus.
Political stuff and how he's been wronged.
You know what? I don't think the Quartering would be as big as he was, let's see. I don't think he'd be as big as he was right now if he didn't get into that fight when he went to Gen Con and got his face bashed in.
Oh, yeah. Well, originally he was a Magic the Gathering guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then once you start going into politics, your viewership and subscription jump up a lot.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's drama.
Rage bait all the time. If you say this person is going to jail or that person is, is should be punched in the face, yeah, you're gonna generate a lot of hate from both sides.
Well, yeah, he got his face pounded in at Gen
My
Con.
fisto. But yeah, that's
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I miss doing Roll for Initiative, and I do miss Save or Die. But Roll for Initiative is not coming back because Matt and Nick no longer want to do that show. Matt's kind of in the I'll do it once in a while if need be, and then Nick is just like, nah, I'm done podcasting. So
yeah. I mean, just
uh,
I met Matt on one of your podcasts one time. He's a really cool guy. I met
yeah,
Nick too, didn't I?
maybe I think so. I think so.
Yeah, they're both like really nice guys.
Yeah, I think Nick was on one of our shows for a little while, and when you were able to join us, and then you kind of had to change.
Jobs, shifts.
Yeah, you changed shifts, and then you couldn't join us anymore for a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I truly send my well wishes to them because, like I said, they seem like really nice guys.
Well, I mean, Thaco's Hammer, I don't even know what's going on with them. I cut ties with them. They went on their own.
They're doing their own thing.
They're all doing their own thing now. But we have Thaco Thoughts with Rob, where you can listen to his podcast. We talks about second edition Dungeons and Dragons. Look it up. It's on Spotify. It's on my channel here. It's on Apple Podcasts. Hey, Flint. All right. Have a great evening, man. Good seeing you again. Hope to see you next week, man.
Bye, Flint. Do you think we should join the coffee thing with the quarterling?
The what? The what?
The coffee people he keeps promoting on his channel.
Coffee Brand Coffee?
Yeah. Do you think we should join them?
I thought it was just
coffee.
I thought it was just him selling coffee.
Yeah, I think so. I think a few other people are in there now too.
No, I don't want to get involved.
Brand coffee.
No, I don't want to get involved with anybody political. I don't care about watching it once in a while, just see what he says. But I don't like to tie the channel politically to anybody.
I was like, we won't be political. We're just talking about games. But
yeah, but you know how people are. Oh, you support the quarterly, you're dead. Like there were a lot of people that what the hell is the name of that channel? Questing Beast. I don't know if you guys know Questing Beast. He has a channel. He did a couple ads for the Red Room. I remember we had them on back. The guys from
oh yeah, I remember the Red Room.
Yeah. He did an advertisement for them. People gave him a ton of shit about that. So people will bounce.
Yes, they will hate on you.
They'll hate on you if you do something. So I'd rather not. I try to keep the channel as neutral as possible. Like this is an actual true neutral ground, unlike other places that aren't. Mm-hmm. So I don't side with one person or the other. We just talk about gaming here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to do anything else.
Nerdy things.
Yeah, we'll talk about comics and Star Wars and booping, running that into the ground so Killraven gets annoyed every time he hears it. So
didn't Killraven leave or something?
He may have. I have no idea.
All right, Killraven's gone. We can boop all we want now.
I don't know. There's 21 something people here. There's no such thing as neutral, Vince. Yeah, you're right. There isn't. You can't be neutral.
There is true neutral, which is Vince's favorite.
I fucking hate that alignment. The lines are drawn between 1E and 2E, though. Well, yeah, there are the lines. I'm going to lean towards 1E over 2E every day.
How dare you? Drink my coffee. It's 1E fantastic.
Killraven he heard us. Nope, booper, no booping.
The booping's not here. Okay.
No, the new joke's going to be Bob the Ice Guy. So
Bob the Ice Guy.
Asshole. One time I was in the office and I got Margaret Weiss some ice, and she said thanks. It was the coolest thing in the world. I can do that forever.
He's He's just a water guy for every famous person out there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
one
yeah.
time I gave Michael Jackson a glass of water. He said thanks.
Now let's just have him stick to TSR because that's just
Oh,
funnier.
TSR guys.
I was in the office. I was talking to Mike Carr, and he said, "Hi, I thought it was the greatest day of my life." I'm just gonna pick random TSR alumni names and just start saying that.
One time I held the door open for Larry Elmore. And he said, "Okay."
He didn't even say thanks. He just said okay. 2E beautiful art. Beep. Oh God, Jay, stop.
It's boop. Close.
Boop.
Oh no, it's right. Jay is correct. Jay is correct. We cannot boop. We can only beep.
Oh God, Rick.
It's Bob the water guy.
I played with Steve Jackson, you losers. Steve Jackson games. I'm not going to get into that one. I do like GURPS 3rd edition, though. I will say that. That's all I'll say. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah.
So back to more of these memes.
I was hoping you completely forgot about that damn hut.
Nope, can't remember. Can't forget about the hut.
Yeah. Was that Pizza Hut?
So the water guy brought more goths some water in the hut.
The water's not alive. It's fine.
Okay. What about the things living in the water?
It's just
We'll
they're
back
too
to
small to take into account.
Okay.
It's purified water, so
How big does a living thing have to be considered a living thing in the hut?
oh man. I believe the rules said man-sized, so
So let's say I brought in a trout.
a trout's
And
not going to be protected.
well, I mean, it's still in the hut, right? So it can be protected. It's just not.
No,
It doesn't count as a person.
sure. I'll let you have the trout.
What if you brought in a dolphin? That's man-sized.
Well, the dolphin would probably die within a little while because it needs to breathe underwater for a little bit. So I gotta get ready to run away.
Hold on, stop, stop. What did you just say?
I gotta get ready for
Dolphins
my.
need to breathe underwater. Okay.
Yes. So double the number. Yes, double the number. That's fine. I'm just gonna agree to everything in the fucking hut at this point.
What if it's undead? What if a vampire goes in the hut?
He wouldn't be protected because he's part of undead. I believe undead can't go in there.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, enjoy your Buffy game there, Rob. We'll talk to you later.
See you, Rob. It didn't. I don't remember reading it wasn't for undead.
Yeah, it said for undead because I think it even used a skeleton as an example of trying to hit somebody inside of it.
See you, Rob. So, what if you were turning undead though? Say
Can we get off? Can we get off the hut, please?
Hold on. I got more questions. So, if a guy got bit by a zombie, was in the hut, is he protected until he becomes undead? At what time does the hut stop protecting him?
I believe in D&D, zombies that bite people don't turn them into zombies.
Okay, a vampire then.
What if Jabba goes into the hut? Jay, I hate you, man. You're making this even worse. What? Buffing Steve Jackson?
Thank you, Ko-Fi Streambot.
Yes, please go to ko-fi.com/theevildm and you could donate to me. Or you can hit join on this channel for 99 cents a month and you could too become a member and get to join our member stream, which is uncensored and unfiltered, and we get worse than here, if it's even possible.
Well, I would agree. Is it Mike who's Celestian GS?
Yeah, it's Mike. Mm-hmm.
Mike. No, I would agree. It's like, but what if you got bit right outside the hut and then dragged in? He's not technically turned yet, right?
For a person to be turned into a vampire, I believe, according to the rules, you have to drain his blood entirely. So, and then he has to die, and then he comes back as a vampire, I believe. Don't quote
I
me
thought
on
that
that
was a
because I don't have the
ghoul.
rules of. Don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Vampire could not bite him if he's in the hut already.
Correct.
So,
But what if he was halfway in the hut?
why would he be halfway into the hut?
All right. So what if his entire body, except for his arm, was in the hut?
Can I ask why he's doing that?
Because maybe he wants he wants to worship Morgoth from now on. Maybe he likes to go into shopping at Hot Topic. He needs an excuse now.
I don't understand why, but okay, sure.
So
Whatever.
his torso and body are in, except for his arm.
Okay.
And the vampire completely drains him.
Can you
does he
play
still get
putt
protected
putt
with
in
that?
the hut? No, I mean you could play putt putt in the hut if you wanted.
Could be miniature putt.
Yeah,
One of those desk golf things.
maybe. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, it's what? It's 6 feet by 6 feet, isn't it?
Offhand, I don't know.
I thought you were the evil dungeon master. What the fuck?
Does it mean can you get pizza in the hut? I mean, if you dialed the right number, probably.
What if they were undead? What if the guy delivering was undead?
He'd have to leave the pizza outside.
But I didn't pay for cold pizza. What the fuck?
You could just reach outside the hut and get it. There's no actual walls on the hut.
See,
dude.
that's why your arm would leave the hut, though. That's when he would bite you.
I would think that the person getting the pizza is going to be looking for the vampire ready to bite his arm. So
You try to order a pizza and you get a vampire instead. Classic saying.
now it's a halfway hut. Making me yawn. Big yawn. Yeah, I'm tired today.
Did you have a hard day today?
Well, I mean, I had to deal with everything at work, and then I had to do the interview for that other job. So,
did Bob the water guy not give you the specific type of ice cubes you asked for?
I wanted crushed ice. He gave me cubed. I was pissed.
That asshole. I swear.
You know, one time Dave Arneson came into the office and I offered him some ice. He said, "No, thanks." It was really cool.
It reminds me of Chris Foley's character on SNL when he was interviewing.
Oh yeah,
Jeff.
that one guy. Remember the time when that was awesome? Yeah, you can say that. That was basically what I was doing. Yeah, you were up way too early, Vince. It's better, a lot better now.
Yeah, shots.
Since I got the epidural shots on my back, and I said there's a little bit of pain, but not as bad as it was.
Your epidermis is showing.
Don't you tell me when I'm up too early or not, Jay. What were you doing up?
Just getting somebody ice.
God. He was talking to Bob. He always wanted some ice.
Yeah, Bob, can I get this little, miniature ice? But yeah, that'd be great. What the fuck, Bob? These are full of ice cubes. Yeah, I went to Jay and I gave him the big ice and he said, "What the fuck?" That's his story.
Yeah. So what did Jay say? He said, "What the fuck, man?" And that's it. And he left.
Was that a cool story? Starts asking the interviewer.
It's like a behind the music thing, but it's behind the scenes. So you were going to work. Jay. No, he was saying he was going to work at the time when he saw me. I said, "What are you doing?"
Oh, okay.
Well, my work shift is actually 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time, so that's why I'm up that early. And the first thing I do is go on X and see who I can annoy right away at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Done.
God, I want someone to draw Bob the Ice Guy.
Bob the Ice Guy.
Jay, you're an artist.
AI that shit.
No, Jay, you're an artist. I want Bob the Ice Guy, man. Giving
that going to be like an antagonist or protagonist?
he's going to be giving ice to Gary Gygax. That's the picture I want.
and Gary's just going to say, thanks.
It was really cool. He said thanks. And then he left.
He left his own house, just leaving Bob there.
Yeah. No, I like the hours of 6 to 3 because then when I get off of work at 3, most people are still working and I can go like do whatever I need to do. If I have to go to the store or something, there's no one really out. So
Right. That's why I used to love working 6 to 2.
yeah, 6 to 2 is even better, but
Well,
got to have
so I'm
that
guessing
lunch.
because you get an hour lunch.
Yeah, they make us take
Yeah.
the hour lunch. So
I didn't get an hour lunch. I had to eat at work while working.
at Taco Casa.
No, well that too, yeah, but no. When
Now
I'm doing my security,
you don't even like right now. You don't get a lunch.
no.
Really? They don't even give you a 30-minute
Oh,
lunch.
it's called a working lunch.
So you have to sit there and patrol or whatever you have to do and eat your sandwich and whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, I thought they had to at least give you a 30-minute lunch.
They don't have to give me shit.
That's true. Texas law says they don't have to give you shit is right. I think that's actually what this says in the book.
I would say that, but I actually met Bob one time. He gave me a nice cold cup of butter.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
I said, "Good. This is good."
So I met Jeff, and
Was
he
that
said,
a good story?
yeah. Yeah, I met Jeff one time, and I gave him a cup of ice, and he said, "Good, this is good." And then Jeff left.
Everybody just leaves. Nobody stays.
Bob, why do you think maybe you're the problem? Because everybody keeps leaving. No, I'm a good guy.
I just give people water, ice water.
We need a mascot. We need a mascot here, and it's going to be Bob the water guy.
One day, Vince asked me for hot water so he could put some tea in there, and I gave it to him. He said, "This is too hot. You're an asshole."
No, it's even better. Vince wanted some hot water. I really didn't like it, so I gave him warm water, and then he left.
I gave him mildly temp water.
Yeah, it was warm to the touch, but just not enough that it was hot. I used
and
an
then
ice
he
cube.
left.
He threw it in the garbage and then he left. That's a cool story, right?
That's a good story, right?
It's either that's a cool story or that's a good story. I'm just trying to figure it out. Tepid water, best guy. Oh man, I had a headache before starting this podcast, and it definitely went away with all the laughter. So
good. Get some of that serotonin in your brain.
Serotonin.
I think you probably have a headache, probably because of all the dust in the air. Because of all the windstorms and storms we've been having lately.
Yeah, I know my wife definitely has had a headache for the last couple of days. So she's been taking Tylenol and like, I have a headache. Just like that.
And I got her some water, and she said thanks, and then she left.
She did. She left. Yeah, it was really weird. Live Oak is dropping pollen now in this area. Yeah. I think you might have met Mike, Jeff, because he used to play in the AD&D games when we were at Reaper. So you might have met him.
Maybe.
Yeah, you might have met Mike.
I remember Michael.
No, Michael was that dipshit.
You hate Michael.
Dude, that guy was so dumb.
I mean, I use hate. You didn't really hate him. You just disapproved of the way he played and the way he.
No, I don't care the way he played the game. He was dumb, but he wanted to play the game. He wanted to play the game as written, which no one plays the game as written. But you know what? He's a DM, so I went along with it.
You know what? The Bro SR plays it like it's written.
Oh, fuck the Bro SR. That is the dumbest group of people.
They said thanks. And then they went away. That's a cool story, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely a cool story. No, Michael, I didn't like because he purposely went to the Reaper store when I was playing my games to play his games instead of going to the library where he was playing his games. And I was like, dude, we're already there every week. You can go to the library like you. No, I like to mix it up. I was like, no one really wants you there. And then he went to the Reaper store and told him I said that.
Vince said thanks.
Yeah, he went to the Reaper store with that. He printed the conversation out where I said that. Brought it to the Reaper store and told Reaper Brian, who was he's 12, all right. Brought it to the Reaper Brian. Drop 3 on. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at that in a minute, Jay. Thanks. Yeah, he worked up Reaper Brian. Reaper Brian looked at it and said, "What are you fucking crazy? Get out!" Because Reaper, I knew Reaper Brian. He was actually a pretty cool dude, and he's no longer. Cool, no, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. He's no longer a partner at Reaper anymore. But he knew me because I've talked to him many times. He brought me in the back, and I got to see all the machinery and all the little like the bone whatever miniatures that they were making. So it was kind of cool.
They got popular real fast.
Yeah. So Brian was just like, "Yeah, you fucking kidding me? Get out!" And he threw him out of the store. Because I remember coming in and they're like, "Oh, hey Vince." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Michael was here." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." He's like, "Hey, he tried to get you banned from the store." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he brought in your conversation you had with him over Meetup and said that you tried to get him banned." I was like, "I never said that. All I said is nobody wants you here."
Am I wrong? But wouldn't he always like talk about his ghost stories and talk?
Yeah,
and
he was
a girl with his wife by him.
Yeah, he would talk about that. And he would hit on girls, and I guess he would also beat his wife too. The way he
allegedly, let's say allegedly, because we don't know that for certain.
Dude, the way some of the times he looked at her and raised his hand, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, we don't have evidence, and we don't know, so we have to say allegedly.
I could say whatever the fuck I want to say. So, let's see. What did Jay give me here?
Three cups of ice.
I like how he has like a fucking lip. Oh my god, Jay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could share this. Okay. Just bad. I'm trying to get it so it's on here.
Oh, get it on.
Okay. Sure.
Jesus.
That's Bob the Ice Guy. Here's your water, Gary. I gotta stop sharing that. Let's go to the next.
I'll make sure this old Vietnam veteran some water he threw in my face.
Here's another one. He looks more like a
Jesus. He looks like possessed.
I know. He wants some ice.
Ah!
No, but he has to talk like, "Hey, you want some ice?"
He's possessed, but the demon inside is like, "Hey, you want some ice?"
Yeah, he's possessed. "Hey, you want some ice?"
That's still a cool picture. You need to use that in a book or something like that. That's pretty badass.
Well, he's got like 6 fingers too, so if you noticed.
You know what? I didn't notice till you pointed out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's spur of the moment stuff like off the cuff. That's what I know.
Yeah, it's good. We're having a little bit of fun with it.
We're just gonna bash it. We don't care. So yeah.
What was the third one?
There was a third one. Oh, here he looks a little more like a dwarf. Let's see if I can get that one up. Hey guys, you want some ice? That's the third one.
It's very fantasy thought process. I like it.
That one looks more like he's like in the middle of the Arctic, and he's just like, "Hey, just pick some ice up. You want to see what it is?"
I found true ice.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I think this is a good stopping point right now. We've been doing this for almost an hour and 46 minutes, and we went 10 minutes without a boop.
So that's a long time of doing it.
Sure, Jeff.
Shit,
Weirdo.
we've been doing it for like an hour and a half, so I'm agreeing with you. That
That's
was a
just
pretty cool
standard for
story,
me. I
right?
mean, Kill Raven's still here. Damn, I can't boop anymore.
Nope, no
Uh,
booping. Only
no
beeping.
booping. Only beeping. All right, so the members, the Friday night chat unfiltered will be back. No, we don't play games. We just chat. We're even worse than here. So sign up for the channel or don't. Like the channel at least. You know, do something. You're free range humans. You know,
Like
do
that
whatever you want
smash
to do.
button.
Yeah, they're free range humans. They can do whatever they want. We love you. Good night, everybody.